Hello and welcome back to another Tuesday night Pride Pod here on Loud and Proud Orlando. We got a lot of stuff to go over. It's been a great week for Pride. Got that first away win, first road win, first win of the season. Also, Barbra Banda has arrived, so the Banda-Wagon is out in full force. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about San Diego Wave coming up on Friday night at home. Luis, how are you, buddy? As excited as I am about this Pride vibes right now, we got a win. Like Barbara's here. This is fun, man.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to say welcome to everyone to Loud and Proud Orlando, the Pride Pod. We're live right now on Instagram, on X, on YouTube as well. If you're on Instagram, drop us your comment. If you're on X, retweet the video, and also drop us a thumbs up on YouTube. So thank you so much for being live with us. Yeah, definitely exciting. A big name coming to the Orlando Pride. A player that is super young, super talented, and ready to make a statement here in the league. And I think she fits perfectly with what the team, the core values are now for the team. So I think she's definitely going to be a huge asset, and I just can't wait to see her in purple and also with a beautiful orange kit, and then see her score some goals. I think to me she's the final piece of the Orlando Pride puzzle, in my opinion, John.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chances that we'll talk about in this game. I think we've made a lot of chances as a team so far this season, and the forwards just haven't really been finishing. So I'm hoping Barbara can hit the ground running. But we'll talk a little bit more about her when we get onto that section. First, let's start, Luis. We're talking about the win over the Utah Royals. It was Friday night, a late game for us. It was 9:30 start, and that could have ended about 11:30 at night. So apologies to anybody who was hoping for a Pride Talks. We hope you're hoping for a Pride Talks.
Yeah, we were.
We had to take a week off just because it was 11:30 at night. I was in bed watching the second half. Luis was tired. I'm sure all of you 11:30 at night. It's a late one, so we decided to skip Pride Talks that week. But it will be back this Friday because we got a home game at a regular time of 8 o'clock. So we'll probably do Pride Talks around like 10 or 10:30 on Friday. So listen out for that. But the win we got against Utah, Luis, the first half, like look at this momentum here that you're just putting on screen right now. My point, you've already made it for me here. The first half, like we're all over them.
That's
Look at
right.
that momentum. But we just and back to what we're talking about, the finishing, 14 total shots, but only 4 are on target. We would just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And then the person that I didn't expect and you didn't expect to be there, Marta and Angelina were there. They must have made it over in time from international duty. Obviously, they were at She Believes Cup, but they were in the country. So surprised to see them there. Happy to see them there. And Marta comes on at the 60th minute and then goes ahead. And if anybody's going to break the deadlock, it's going to be Marta. And she got a hell of a goal, which we'll kind of dissect later. But that was enough for us to hold on and get the 1-0 victory, Luis. So your initial thoughts on the first Pride win of the season?
Well, we're bringing Barbara Banda, and I think she's the final piece of the puzzle. I think she's going to be the one who's going to score a lot of goals. Chances are there, as you can tell. 14 shots. We dominated possession the whole entire game. I do want to say a couple things. One of the key things to me that I was actually looking into this too is that our mid is like really becoming super solid. Like Luana, um, you're talking about Morgan and Angelina. I mean, coming from, I mean, and again, I know these are former players. I know they still probably a lot of people hold them very dear to their heart. But I don't want to be too harsh. But if you compare him to Listro, Villacorta, which is a ACL tear right now, and you compare them to Clough. I mean, it's night and day. I mean, I think the metrics, the defensive actions, the passing and possession that all those players have is like a whole different level that it allows for our attacking third to become better just overall. And Marta is excelling because she doesn't have to run back for the ball and worrying about tackling and getting injured to tackle somebody and get the ball back. And I think because the mid is a domino effect, because if the mid is doing great, our back line is also performing really on a high level without a starting center back. I do have to say, without Rafa. So it's going to be I think really promising having be a Corta back when Rafa's back, and then having Banda up top. I mean, it's just going to be. I just can't wait. So in this game specifically, yes, we had chances. We could have closed down the game pretty easy, but in the end, what matters is the W, right? I mean, and it was a tough place to play with a team that is coming up again. It's making news again in Utah. And a lot of people have come to show support for the Royals, and on their turf beating them. I think it was phenomenal. So I'm excited for what's to come for the Pride, John.
I agree with all of that, Luis. I think your point about the midfield, especially if can you bring up some ratings for us? Are you on SofaScore there?
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
could bring
yeah.
up
I
some
can I can go
ratings.
ahead. I can go ahead and print them out right now. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, and I'll tell you on football, but I like to use Morgan, who I think had a great game. She got a
Fantastic.
7.5.
Oh,
Angelina killed it again, got a 7.7. The two of those are becoming just essential in the way that we play. And whether we play Angelina on as a winger or in the D mid, she just produces week on, week out. So having her available for this game was massive. She's just everywhere, I think. But more in this game, I want to talk about Morgan because I think she was just a defensive like powerhouse in this game. She was winning the ball back constantly. Played off a few passes, really nice balls up the field. I just think she's, from what we've seen from her, this was her best performance, and it really looked like the two of them just dominated that midfield a lot of the time. Like really, and Summer Yates too. Like what a game from her! I think she's just growing into every game. But talk about great performances. Carriabello, she got the highest rating on football. She got 8.3. I mean, she can't be stopped right now. I think she's incredible in that left wing.
yeah. I mean, I think our whole entire back line, Brianna Martinez, Carriabello, were spot on. I mean, and just look at the age, the average age for the team. I mean, the average age for the team, it's I believe, I do want to say it's according to SofaScore, it's 20 24 years old, I believe, 23 years old, 20, no, 26 years old. So, I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, you're talking about Brianna Martinez, Carriabello, Summer Yates, all performing pretty well. But I think you know, we expected good things coming from Angelina Morgan, and I think they super delivered. I think they were key parts of the game. And then we saw eventually Marta come in as a substitute and making an immediate impact with a goal. And she could have had a couple more, but unfortunately, the rival team also plays. And I was a little concerned about Adriana. Hopefully she's not hurt. I don't think she's hurt, but hopefully it's not a big deal. But and we see her against San Diego. But overall, it was an amazing performance by the Pride, and they're becoming road warriors. John.
I think Angelina looked better in that left wing
Yeah.
position, cutting in on her right foot. Don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree. I mean, she played very free. I mean, you'll see her on the left sometimes. You see her on the right. I mean, she was all over the midfield, trying to connect, and her set pieces are just something like I've never seen before in the Pride. So she's so accurate, like just passing the ball. It's like she's such a danger. One day she's gonna get one of those. I call them Olympicos. Olympic goals. They go inside, and she's gonna get one of those one day, and it's gonna be epic. But overall, I think maybe the lowest side was the right side. I think where Ali Setner was on that. against Julie Doyle. I didn't really see much of Julie, as I expected. But overall, I think it was a great performance.
Yeah, I think like Adriana, Julie, Ali, just all three of them were getting chances in that first half. They just weren't particularly having good shots, and they weren't being clinical, and it just didn't feel like they were gonna score particularly soon. So when Marta came on, I really got a feeling like, okay, like now she's gonna break the deadlock. Do you want to go through that goal, Luis? I feel like it's one that it would be
Yeah,
fun
sure. Let me go ahead and
to break down.
look for the footage right now.
Yeah.
Do we have?
While you're doing that, I want to talk a little bit more about the back line. I think Brianna Martinez did have a really good game keeping Ali Setner. Is it Ali Setner? Setner, yeah. Um, quiet on that left side. Obviously, he's a big threat. They were doing a lot of balls like in behind. That was sort of like they're just trying to raw pace and run at us. And Martinez, like Bree, was doing a good job of covering those. I think Kylie Schramm as well is really developing into that center back role, Luis. I think she got an 8.0 on FootMob. So I also think that she had a really strong game with Emily Sams next to her. They're developing a little bit of a partnership in that center back positions together. And then Carabello, like we talked about, obviously got the assist on the goal, but it's just an incredible, incredible asset to have. This was the first clean sheet of the season. Morehouse made some saves. A lot of them were kind of long distance shots at her, or like some easy saves in there. But she did get the clean sheet. She did make some saves. So all in all, we
Yeah,
can't
and
complain
and
about
the
that. I think it's
Pride,
a
the Pride
solid
are becoming
defensive
a
performance.
yeah. I mean, the Pride are becoming a pretty tough team to break defensively now, especially because Sab brings you know Haley McCutcheon, of the as a substitute, and she's been a starter, so she's aware of what kind of impact she needs to make. And boom, she has a major impact in the game. Then he brings Mariana Larroquette. She takes Ali Watt, as I think we predicted too, that she was going to have minutes in this game.
Yep,
And
finally
then
Laro on the
and then
field.
he takes out Yates and puts in Ali Lemos. So, and all three did really good coming in as subs. La Roquette very fresh. Lemos doing her thing like the U20s, and Haley doing what she does every time she gets to start for the Pride. She's making a good impact defensively.
I
What do you
think
think?
tactically Seb was intelligent there because he
Yeah.
brought like Laro on to chase to press them, to chase the ball. And Ali Lemos played like a deeper role. I think Marta kind of pushed further than like forward sort of thing. And Ali Lemos almost was playing like as a deep midfielder next to Morgan and Angelina. So, or it Angelina come off. I can't remember who else was playing it there. Maybe she pushed back. But it was a good performance all around. We saw it out. We got the win, 1-0 away from home. Let's go through this goal,
Yeah,
Luis.
let's go through the goal right here. So this is Morgan, which had a phenomenal performance.
Picked up, good draw.
Then you got Marta, and already the Utah players are gonna go guard Marta.
I
Blocked.
love this guy's commentary.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, what a cut.
Nice
And then he's
cut.
like, he's so enthusiastic. I mean, obviously, it's our team scoring. I probably wouldn't love it if it was a Utah
That's
goal.
a deflected back post area.
Carrie's first time cross here is so intelligent. I think Ali gets the ball, which is great. Marta with the sick pass. There's just a team goal. Like Summer even kind of shields the defender to the ball. It kind of tries to get to it, but also blocks the defender off. And then Marta with her right foot just rifled finish. So
yeah, look at the skill, the way she connected the pass.
Yeah,
and it was with such force that the three defenders for the Royals didn't even they couldn't even defend it. They just let it go through. They just let the ball go through. And obviously, I think she already saw Marta there.
In front, that's blocked as well. Quick shot.
Now,
What a
obviously, I don't think Carrie knew the Marta was gonna hit it like first touch, right? With just one touch.
I think Carey's just like any fullback should be. It's like just get the
Right.
ball, cross it in from that position. And she I think she's looking for Summer. She's like, she knows
Right.
someone's in the box. She one times it and Summer just can't get there.
Right.
But Marta just reads it perfectly.
Yeah, when I first saw this goal, I thought Marta was gonna like nutmeg this defender and then go forward
for the left foot, like put it on her left.
Yeah, like I was not expecting her to hit it first shot
as well. Quick.
I was not expecting that
Shot.
What? I mean, that's bad.
Doesn't Marta have some like large
Goal
percentage of our
it.
goals too? I think it's like 13% of all Pride goals have been scored by Marta.
Yeah. Like it's a beautiful goal, man. I just saw the ball go in. Nothing to do. It was a phenomenal goal, John. Very exciting times for the Pride. Very exciting.
It was a great moment. I almost woke my girlfriend up in bed because I was just like, I was like, Martha. And then I looked over and I was like, oh, no, she's still asleep. Okay, good. But there's a lot of
I imagine you doing Pride talks like so quiet, like, yeah, you know, I'm just here. I can't be
literally. I was thinking that. I was like, it's a good thing we didn't do Pride talks because I'd just be there like in bed, being like, hi guys, it was a really good game. Good job.
Great job, guys. It was a
I gotta go to sleep now.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great moment. I was like, is this gonna be another draw? Are we not? Yeah.
Or a winger, you know, because of her speed. You know, I think what kills people is her speed, the way she
when she's really effective, she's usually when she's like from the 9 ran like off to the wings, like she does, like runs into the channels. She'll go spread herself wide across the field and use that pace. So I agree. Maybe with the addition of Barbra, we're going to see Ali be moved to somewhere else. You know, we'll kind of get into that a little bit.
It's all about partnerships. So if Ali becomes that partnership on the wing that Barbra needs too, you know, with her speed, and you know, if you know, I will like. I mean, I think she's the type of role player that it doesn't matter if she scores or not, as long as she's assisting the attacking play and we're scoring out of those transitions. I think I'm content, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I agree. I think that we can use her, and I also think off the bench with that speed, you know, like might be more of her advantage. I think she does get herself in good positions. It's just she fails to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, she's an amazing human being.
And she can, and I see her frustration. Like I'm frustrated for Ali, and I'm just like, oh, Ali, just you're so close. Like I just want you to get that. I feel like she is that kind of striker that when she's in form and she's hot, it's going well and she's scoring goals. And like right now, she's in a bit of a drought. So I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, but I think the way I take it, because of doing the press conferences and seeing the players, I feel like the mojo and the feels in the locker room are like, it doesn't matter who scores, doesn't matter who assists, as long as we all as a unit get the W or get the point, you know. I think that's the message there. Just try to do, as a collective unit, try to do your best to not only to compete but to score and to win, right? And so it doesn't really. I see like literally no egos in this team. Like,
I don't
really no egos in this team, like the way it used to be back in the day. Like, I'm sorry guys, I know I'm bringing it up.
Oh, there's an ego coming into town, Luis.
Yeah, I know. The way it used to be back in the day, but now there's no egos. Everybody's ready to play the sport first, winning first.
I agree. I don't think Ali is at all like, you know, I feel for her personally because I think she's so close a lot of the time, and I want her to get that goal. Last few things on this section, Luis, before we move on. Can you go to the 66th minute for me? I want to show you a really cool thing that Summer Yates did.
In the highlights. Minute?
Yeah, the 66th minute. I'll show you.
Oh, well, this is the actual.
No, it's in the highlights.
It's in the highlights?
Yeah. You'll see it. It's just in the 66th minute. This is a huge road win. I want to say
Oh,
that for us. Great to
careful,
get the
careful.
first road win and win of the season, and that put all the way up to 5th in the table, Louise. So
Oh, of
it's
course.
we're rising. 3 draws was an okay start, and we're looks like we're going up from
Oh,
there. So
right here. Like,
yeah,
okay.
watch
So
this. Sorry, you go ahead.
no. I'm putting it in
I was
in
gonna say,
big
watch this moment of
right here.
class that
Nice save.
Summer picks up the ball deep in like our half, basically takes it away from one player, then runs like most of the midfield, completely does another player, and then makes a beautiful pass off to the right wing. And the whole time Marta's just kind of following behind her. I imagine just nodding in approval of just like, yes, youngling. This is how we do it. This is how you play the 10.
Yes, young Padawan.
Exactly. Like
I agree.
I think it was an incredible run by Marta, and I'm sorry, by Summer, and I think it shows that like she can do bits too. Like Marta, yes, but look at this from Summer. I think it's
Yeah,
an
Better from
incredible piece of
Utah.
skill.
she like all I'm saying is
The determination.
she's not afraid. And one thing that, and it's not just her. You see the same thing from Carrie, from Allie, from Morgan, from a lot of the players. This team is not afraid of the contact. I remember before. I'm sorry I'm bringing it again. They will just let themselves go. I don't want them. I don't want to get injured again, or I don't want to people step on my foot. These players are not afraid of the contact. Like, she's not afraid of.
Especially when Marta goes away for the Olympics, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
Summers.
believe Summer is gonna have a real time to shine and kind of
Summer
do
and
her
Ali.
thing.
Ali Lemos too.
And Ellie Lemos too, and a bunch of other players that we mention all the time, like Bree and other people that might not get call ups for their national teams, and we'll
We
just
may see
continue,
Alex Kerr play too. Alex Kerr,
right? Continue to shine. So I just wanted to highlight that. I just thought it was an incredible run by Summer, and to do it right in front of the GOAT.
We have a
great
comment
thing to
right
do.
here. Victor Sanchez and John is happy. There you go.
Of course I'm happy. Pride are unbeaten, Louise, so far. Unbeaten Pride.
I know.
It may be 3 draws and a win, but we're still unbeaten. Let's go on to our next session, Louise, and talk all about the Banda-Wagon. The Banda-Wagon has arrived. Barbra has landed. If you have not seen the video, we're going to play a little bit for you now. An amazing turnout by by the Black Swans, by the staff of Orlando City, Orlando Pride, there was a Zambian choir here. I know that. There's a whole bunch of people like the staff of the Pride are here. So major turnout.
I saw some of the people. I saw some of the people singing the words of the songs that they were singing, and really great pronunciation. I must say it was phenomenal. But it was beautiful that she's welcomed, to her new home, right? And just them making her feel welcome. And this is a big deal, man. This is a huge deal, and a lot of people are overlooking this. Orlando has really almost $2 million. Is one of the biggest transfers in the history in the NWSL. So
she's a major world prospect in terms of
24 years old,
being up there. And like, if you were going to say bring a player to the league, this one would have been on that list of like, this will make a splash if you bring this player here. And we're seeing that. I just think her face and the delight and the joy and the happiness that we're bringing and just kind of saying welcome and that we're, a community here and we're welcoming you into that community. And it's just great scenes. I think well done by everybody and well coordinated. And Haley here and the other people go ahead and straight in with the hugs, and we love to see that. So
that's a beautiful
Barbra
jersey too. First time I see the Zambia national team jersey.
I know, right? That's pretty cool. My question to you, Luis, is just how big of an impact do we think she's going to have on this team?
I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a huge impact. I mean, the way the team attacks, she's that final piece. I keep saying that, but she's just that. I feel she's just gonna score. Hopefully, she can start her NWSL career with a bang. And it's such a big signing that right now Orlando Pride is fifth. The schedule in the NWSL does not get any tougher, but she is so unpredictable. No one knows how to play against her unless you have film from like the Olympics, and you have film from the national team from Zambia, which is usually just clips. Um, it's going to be an unpredictable, and I think Orlando Pride needs to take advantage of that. The unpredictability of Barbara Banda. Um,
I'm not kind of really sure what kind of forward she is. I think like she's what I think like a complete forward in the sense that she can do a bit of everything. She's pretty fast. She seems pretty strong. I'm assuming she's a great finisher. That's just obvious by her record. So I'm hoping, like you said, Luis, that she's able to bring that quality that we're lacking. Like we said, 14 shots last game and only 4 at target. I think that stat's going to be going up with Barbara here at the club for sure.
so she was
She's
training.
also she's just a massive player, I think, for her.
Yeah,
She's very tall. She's very big. I think she's, going to be causing problems in the box with headers, jumping, just her
she's
physical presence. She looks like a very physical player.
she reminds me. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, but I mean, kind of, she has a vibe of Didier Drogba in a way. When
Right?
he
Yeah.
first, like when he first broke out, and I think with her, it's just she's coming to one of the most competitive leagues in women's sports, which is the NWSL.
Hmm.
And she's already played in Spain. She's already played in Europe. But as you could see, there's always people from Europe that want to come here to play. Um, and again, the U.S. women's national team. It's a very competitive team. 4-time world champs. So why not, right? I think it's great. And not only that, I think we have a core that's going to support her. That defensively, she's not going to have to, you know, tread back. She's going to just stick to her role and just to score goals. And I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, and just look how she's practicing. Like today, you could see Rafa is getting close to coming back. Which is great.
Yeah. Rafa's
Um,
sick.
yeah. So right there with Adriana, you know,
And
she's very.
also, Luis, her record, I mean, her time in Spain, it was 16 goals and 28 appearances at Longro. And then at Shanghai, her most recent club, she's got 18 goals in 13 appearances. It's
Man.
more goals than appearances.
Oh,
Like, what?
oof.
And then obviously for Zambia, like we said it several, she got
Oh
35 goals
man.
in 60 appearances. Unless for some reason NWSL is suddenly a massive leap up or something, which I doubt from the Chinese women's national league is that much worse than what we got over here. She's gonna produce numbers, which seems
Yeah.
like wherever she plays, she just scores goals. So I'm excited to see, possibly the reveal of Barbara on Friday. I think like, look at this. Like, she looks like she's ready to go.
Yeah, she's
I don't know
ready.
if they'll start her, but I think off the bench for sure. And I would be surprised if they don't and it bring her on. And if they don't, then at least she's going to get walked out and shown to the crowd. So definite Barbara sighting on Friday, whether she's on the field or not. I'm hopeful based on the fact that she's in training.
I'm also seeing a Rafa sighting, and I think I think
Halfo. I mean, we get our top center back and a brand new striker.
exactly. And I mean, and it tells you, the cool thing. And if you've been following, I know, if you've been following the prep for a long time, you're gonna face a team that had former Orlando players, right? Again, and it shows the future and the past. Like that's like such a mental game, in my opinion. That imagine if we win with a bang this game, it's gonna set ripples through
I
for
think
what's coming for the season.
right now we have one of the best looking midfields in
Yeah,
the
for sure.
league. I
Yeah,
actually genuinely believe that. I think the back line is looking stronger and stronger every game, and then you add Hafa into that, and then you add Barbara into the right now attack that's not quite firing. and she comes in hopefully and like we said, just starts firing immediately, I think that we're just gonna fly up the table. It's gonna be this team is gonna be a real problem if all of that clicks, and that's a lot of ifs, right? We got to keep the back line strong. We got to get half a back. We got to keep the midfield going. All of those things. Barbra's got to come in and start scoring. But if that's the way we go, then we're gonna be at the top of the table because that's just too much firepower, Luis. Like I think so personally, and I think we're already looking like a good team so far this year. If we can add these pieces in, it's going to take us to a next level. Do
Yeah,
you want
right.
to do the press conference or a little bit? I mean, the pictures of her in the jersey. I know that
Yeah,
they're on
we
the
could do the
field
pictures with
wearing
the jersey, and
purple.
then we'll dive into the press conference. Like, look at the kit right here. There
Yeah,
you go.
with the Zambian
The
flag. Look
Zambian
at
flag.
that.
There you go.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
She looks good in the orange kit
Yeah,
and the
she looks.
purple though.
Yeah,
Look at
and the
that.
purple one too.
Yeah,
Man,
she looks great in purple.
yeah,
Love it.
badass. Yeah, badass, man.
Love it, love it. Um, she had a press conference today. We'll play you guys a little bit of that if you haven't seen it. Look at all smiles too. I love that about African players. Obviously, so they're just so happy. I think they just bring a lot of joy. And if she's gonna come and bring happiness and joy, then that's always easier, right? I think if a player has got that mindset coming in, then usually they bed in faster. I think because they're just an happy person.
There you go. So we have Haley Carter and Seb Hines and Barbara Banda. I will have to say, what a dynamic duo, Haley Carter and Seb Hines. I mean, we're building up this team, bringing up the culture. Honestly, I'm. It's just, I like as someone that has seen what it was in the past, and probably John feels the same way. But at least for me, it's like, hell yeah. Sorry, but it's
I
just like,
mean, I remember when Tom Sermani was here, just to
Yep.
sidetrack for a while, and I knew Tom personally. He was a really nice guy, great dude. He was a really good manager, but he was basically also his own GM. Like there was kind of a GM for Pride, but he would do a lot of the scouting and finding the players, and so over time, the Pride has got to the point now where I think we've got a top GM in the league, and that takes a lot of that weight off of Seb. I'm sure he does scouting and stuff too, but Haley has just been, I think, influential in being able to find great players and bring those players here, convince them to be part of this project. And Barbra is the top of that list. Like this is not an easy get. We went and we got Barbra.
That's right. Let's read some comments real quick before we go to the actual video. Kim Scott 1120 on Instagram says Banda does not have an ego. There you go. I know that. Astra Pride may have meant our opponent. Yeah. I did. That's what I meant. Thank you for that. I didn't mean Barbara Banda has an ego. No. There's no egos in this team. That's what I meant. If she doesn't get some minutes, as Kim Scott minutes, if she doesn't get some minutes, I think I think there will be a riot. Says Kim Scott. Astra Pride, the game against Bay FC will be fun. There you go. Haley Carter is everything, says Kim Scott. There you go. Thank you so much for everybody watching on Instagram. On YouTube, we have J. Texas. Can't wait for Barbara to start combining with Adriana, Martin, Angelina. No, that's going to be exciting. That's what I'm waiting for.
We'll get a little bit more into the potential lineup later, Luis. But
yeah, we're about we're killing it. We're about 70 people on X right now watching, and then we are about 3 people on YouTube. So thank you so much, and about 3 people on Instagram as well. So thank you again. So let's play the video right here.
Thank you to those joining in on Zoom. Very excited to officially welcome Barbra Banda to the Orlando Pride. As many know, she joins us on a club record fee, and we're very excited to see her Friday night here at Entering Stadium against San Diego Wave. For those in the room, just raise your hand, and we'll have the mic runners bring the microphone to you. If you're on Zoom, use the raise hand button, and we'll open your line. We also are recording this, and we'll send out a recording afterwards as well. So to start, Barbra, can you maybe just run us through these last 2 days for you from your arrival here in Orlando to your first training today, and just how you feel?
Oh, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to say thank you. And as for my journey, it has never been easy, but I made it here. The past 2 days has been great. Just doing one or two things, but I'm okay.
All right, we're gonna start in the room with Austin.
I wonder if
David,
she
our
went to
club reporter.
Publix.
Barbara, welcome to
She
Orlando
doesn't need to go
officially.
to Publix.
Kind of going off of that, what was it like coming out of the gate at the airport and seeing all the fans and having that welcome that you had the other day?
Well, thank you. I was so happy and excited, and I didn't expect that, but I think it was overwhelmed. It was a very good welcome for me. I appreciate these fans, the support that came to the airport. I really appreciate that. I think I should see more often those supporters in the stadium.
We're gonna go to the back to Jessica Ely and then to Danielle Stein.
Jessica Ely with Fox 35. Just wondering, what was your first practice like today? What was it like being out there with your new teammates? And then also, what does this investment mean to you? The fact that the club invested so much money in you.
Well, first,
Is she asking the tough questions, John?
I mean, it could be a tough question. No pressure, Barbara, but you're a big signing for us. So
it was very
I
exciting.
think she knows that.
Everyone is friendly, very welcoming. I've already felt at home, and I think I'm here for a purpose. For a reason why I'm here is to work together with a team and to learn more with the team.
To Danielle all the way in the back.
Hi, Barbara, in the back over here. What have been your impressions of the NWSL from maybe observing from afar? Why was it such a interesting league for you to want to be part of, and why specifically Orlando? Was that a good fit as well?
Sorry, come again.
What do you like about the NWSL, maybe in terms of the level of competition, and what about Orlando specifically do you like as well?
I think the league is quite good. I've been following it from way back. I think it's a very interesting league, very
Yeah.
strong. All the team are very physical, fast. So I think it's good for myself to improve. And one thing I love about Orlando, I've been following it as well. I think it's a very good team on my side, and I'm happy and ready to work with them.
Go to Farah on the left.
There you go.
Welcome to Orlando. This is Farah from Telemundo.
Like that.
What kind of Barbara are we going to see this Friday? Understand that you're coming from playing from China, playing the qualifiers for the Olympics. What are we going to see this Friday?
Man, that's a tough question
I think,
right there.
Are you
For
fit?
me, I'm always being the Barbara that everyone knows if I'm given a chance. And I wouldn't say much about that, but it's the matter of working together with a team, getting to know each other, and I have to adapt to the football that the team is playing. I have to catch up as soon as possible so that I'm able to feature in the team.
And talking about the Olympics, Paris 2024, Zambia qualified. What are you expecting for your team, and how being here in Orlando Pride is going to help you perform better in the Olympics?
Yeah, firstly, honestly, qualifying was not easy. And I think being here, it will really help me a lot to have some good quality of high level of performance. Because when you see Orlando has very good quality players that I'm able to learn from, talking about the likes of Mata and these other players, very experienced, so I'm able to learn something. And to the Olympics, yeah, I'm hoping to put up a good game in each opportunity that I'll be given, so that if anything, maybe we're able to go through to the next stage. Because looking at this, the group that we are in, it's a very tough group.
We're gonna go to the Zoom with Tim Graney. Tim.
Luis,
Yeah, I think
gonna pause it there.
we're gonna pause for the tough questions right there.
I think it's a lot of like they want her to say like I'm here to score goals, and she's very
Yeah,
carefully
she's
like
super
no,
humble, though.
I'm here as a team
No,
player,
she's
which I
humble,
love. I
man.
think she's
Yeah,
obviously we do expect her to score goals based on her record, but she's right. Like she's
That's
here to help
right.
the team more than anything. I'm impressed with her professionalism there, and also her English is incredible. I
Yeah, it's
think.
perfect.
So
And not only that, like I think just like every single player, and we say this all the time here in LPO, we need some gel time.
yeah, let's get a bit of glue, a bit
a
of
little glue, a
gel.
little gel.
And that's the thing for Barbara. Like, I expect her. Jackie at the beginning there said we'll see her. I'm hoping that means
Yeah,
we'll
well,
see
she
her
pretty
on the
much did.
field. I don't know if
Yeah.
Jackie, I don't think she is revealing,
No, I
she'll
feel
play or
I feel-
not, but we'll definitely see her, quote unquote, Luis. So,
I just
um,
I haven't got my response back yet, so I'm still waiting.
we'll see on that one. So anything else on Barbara before we move on to our next?
It's just such
topic?
an exciting signing. I'm curious what Seb said. I'm gonna. You don't mind if I press forward real quick?
No, please. Yeah. I want to.
Seb
For
says,
anybody who wonders, me and Luis, this just came out today, and we haven't had
yeah,
a
we're
chance
going
to
to
watch it, so we're watching it with you guys.
Yeah, we're going to. I've been working. Unfortunately, I was really tied up today. I had a lot other commitments. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the press conference, but we will have the footage for you on our social media after the pod.
More integration with training and preparing for the game on Friday is obviously something that we have to continue to work on moving forward. But in terms of her as a person, like I said, she fits the profile that we're trying to have here in our environment, not only on the field but off the field as well. We like players with that growth mindset that are still trying to show what they can do and not be fulfilled of where they're at right now. It doesn't matter what age you're at, there's always room for growth. And so she wants to test it. I'm speaking on your behalf here, but but obviously coming to this league, it's the most challenging league worldwide, and so challenge her talent against some of the best defenders in the world week in, week out. You have to step up for that, and you have to embrace that challenge. And I think that's the type of profile and characteristics that we want here in our team. And as a team, as a whole, we've got ambitions. We want to achieve something this year and multiple years. And I think, adding that level of talent to the squad is only going to put us in a good position moving forward.
There you go. Sam Hines. I agree 100% what he says. She fits like a glove in what the Pride are trying to build. It's a very exciting signing. Not a lot of pods, and I'm surprised not a lot of people in Orlando have covered this. I'll be honest with you, it's a huge signing, John.
That's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's
the second, I think, largest. Is it the largest contract in NWSL, but not most salary per year, I believe.
Look, you can get
so
as
it's
many...
huge. It's a big deal. This is more like if you're looking at European teams like the likes of Chelsea, which is a big women's team, Olympique Lyon, big women's team, etc. Like PSG got a big
Barcelona.
Barcelona. You've got Bayern. Those clubs are some of their players, like there's a few that have got this level of transfer fee, but not many. So if she were to go to Barcelona on this fee, it would be a big deal too. So it's a big amount of money for our league, but it's also a big amount of money in the European leagues for women as well. So it's a major transfer, and it's getting press all over the league, and it's getting press worldwide as well because of the fact that she is a name. She's a household name. So
definitely excited.
We love to see it, and the Banda-Wagon is in full steam, Luis. So Friday, I might have to get myself one of those Banda jerseys. I don't know. If she scores, that'll be my thing. Okay, if she scores on Friday, I'll get Banda on the back.
There you go.
For next pod, and that's my vow to you guys. All right. Now to a little bit of sad news. Well, not so much sad, but more, we've got Barbra in, but there's a couple players today announced that they were leaving. Well, in fact, they weren't here at the time, but we're just not renewing their contracts. So Tori Hansen and Kaylee Collins, both, Luis, we were on loan in Australian clubs. If you could just pull up the article on the club website for us. They were both on loan at Australian clubs, and the club has decided not to renew their contracts. Essentially, they've waived the rights to have them come back this year and play for the Pride. Haley's statement essentially saying that probably the best thing for them based on their desire for playtime. She was, working in collaboration with the athletes and their agents, we collectively disagree this decision. We collectively agree this best facilitates their continued professional play in environments where they can compete for major match minutes. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors, and we will always consider them part of the Pride family. So Tori, we picked up last year in the draft, played a few games, and then Collins also a backup sort of goalkeeper. Both of them are out in loan, like I said, one at Melbourne Victory FC and the other at Western Sydney Wanderers FC. Maybe, Luis, they're going to get picked up. Like maybe we've waived them, so they'll get picked up by by their clubs out in Australia where they are at the moment.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe they'll get picked up by somebody else. But I think what we're saying here is we're going to let you go do your thing.
Yeah, I mean it's going to. I mean it's sad to see them go, but I think. I'll be honest with you, our depth is pretty stacked right now, and it's part of the game. It's part of football. It's part of soccer. You gotta make tough decisions. They're gonna definitely find success in a different club for sure. Just at the moment, it's not their time for Orlando Pride. The Orlando Pride is going to a different direction, and I think Matt Crone has shown that she's a team player. She's been part of the goalkeeping corps, and then you got also Sophia Manor, and you have Morehouse. Your eyes, right? So, but yeah, and when it comes to the other player, with Tori, again on her position, I think they were pretty stacked. I mean,
you got Haffa coming back. You've got Kylie.
You got
Strom,
Rafa. You have Brianna.
You
You got Kylie Strom.
You got Sam's. Who's
you
playing
got
there.
You got Carrie Lawrence.
It's probably going to be Haffa and Sam's. Like I think Kylie Strom's going to have to fight to keep her center back position when Haffa comes back. So, yeah, there's too much. I agree. I think it's just a case of they're not going to get enough play time with us. They're at an age where they need to be playing. So as we do here at the Pride, and Haley has always said, if you're not want to be here and it's not working for us with you and
forever a fountain,
the vision, then we let you go and we wish you well, and that's perfectly fine. So we wish the best to Tori and Kaylee, and maybe we'll see them in the future. Maybe they'll get picked up by an NWSL team. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I do agree.
So we'll see. Moving on, Luis, let's talk San Diego Wave. The return of some ex-players and probably my least favorite team at NWSL. I don't know why. I just really don't like them. Maybe because Alex.
You don't like Waves?
I don't like Alex Morgan, and she plays for them. I know it's controversial to say, but
what did she say? What did she post in?
Nothing. I just think Alex Morgan is, a U.S. darling for a lot of people, and so it's a bit controversial to not like her. But I mainly like her because mainly don't like her because I think her time at the Pride, she didn't, like we talked about, I didn't see a lot of effort there. I think she cared more about her national team than she did about playing for the Pride. And so for me, I don't love that. So I'm never excited when she comes back into town, and I hate it when she scores against us. So I really don't want Alex Morgan to get anything in this game. But I would say this, that I do think they're a very stacked team. This is a Friday night game, 8 p.m. kickoff. It's on Amazon Prime, this one, Luis, but obviously we'll both be there in the stadium. Let's talk a little bit about this team, your initial thoughts. I talked about Alex Morgan. Let's talk about the rest of them.
Look, honestly, they have they're 7th in the NWSL, right? And they have obviously, Naomi Girma as also, I mean, she was in, and obviously Abby Dahlkemper, these are U.S. women's national team players, Sarah McCaskill also right there. Now, to me, I think Orlando Pride is defensively savvy and stacked now to neutralize Morgan. Obviously, you have to understand every ball, every time Rafa and either Carrie Lawrence or Emily Sams go and try to battle out with her, she's gonna fall. She's gonna pull the Neymar. She's gonna slam her fist on the ground. She's gonna call out for yellow card. And all I have to tell people is don't play her mind games. Just do your thing. Just be compact. She's just a human being, and I think she's gonna have a tough time against our defense. I think in this system, she's playing a 4-2-3-1 on her being the only striker. I think it's gonna be she's gonna have another. She's probably not expecting Orlando Pride to be this good, but we are that good. So I feel we're gonna show that the our young talented players are gonna do work, and I'm confident with the win in here. I think this is another turning point. That's another chapter that we need to close for the Pride, beating Morgan. I think it's meant to happen. It's just to kind of close the past and just go onwards to the future. So I'm quite content. I mean, definitely it's going to be tough because they have dynamic players. Jacobson, you have Shaw, you got McCaskill, Dahlkemper right in the back, McNabb. So I mean, these are players that are, they also know how to play and but they've had their flaws too. They've had their flaws defensively, and I think we could exploit that now, especially with the uncertainty of Barbra Banda. They to see Dahlkemper, one of the biggest center backs UN's women's national team has, faced against up and coming Banda, it would be fantastic to see. And we'll see where she stacks there too. With tougher competition, just like Seb says, right, John?
I agree, and I think that there's a lot of talent on this Wave team, but I don't think it's more of a challenge than what we face against Chicago. I think Chicago's attack is similar in the fact that they had a lot of national team players and a lot of strength up front. I think Alex Morgan is she's like hit or miss at the moment. Like she had one goal and one assist so far in the season. It's not like she's tearing it up. I think Jaden Shaw is an issue. Like you've got to mark her. Obviously, we talked about Dahlkemper, Van Egmond, ex-Pry, Emily Van Egmond. She's a decent, very good, central midfielder still for them. McNabb and Westfall are good fullbacks. I do think, like you said, defensively, we have a lot of strength. So as long as we can kind of play a similar game, I think to what we did against Chicago at home, but hopefully get that second goal. I'm not sure we're going to 100% keep the Wave out. Feel like they've got a lot of you're looking at the stats, like Naomi Girma is another one we haven't talked about, but she's top of a lot of the NWSL stats tables. She's started pretty well. So they have a lot of assets. They're going to come at you from different angles, different players. They're probably going to get one. I would be delighted with a clean sheet. So I think we got to score two. But like I said, it's kind of a repeat of that Chicago game. We just never got the second goal. I think this one we can go ahead and win at home. I want to get the win at home. I feel like we need to roll on that vibes from last week in the away win and get another W here.
Yeah, I mean they have some really good players. Another one that I think it's pretty important to mention, it's Jaden Shaw. I think national team player, hungry. She's been mentored by Alex Morgan too. So
yeah, very good young talent.
Yeah, so I think now I do have to say I didn't know a couple things. Number one, I didn't know that it was San Diego Way Football Club.
Yep.
Didn't know it was football with a U.
They're an FC.
in
Oh, they're
Espanol.
football. Oh, wow, that's
Right,
hilarious.
football, and that's one thing. And then the second one is, I mean, those are. I'm sorry, but those are those jerseys, man. Come on, come
That is
on,
a
man.
bad. I'm not a
Come
fan of
on,
that
man. Come on,
jersey.
Nike. Come on, Nike. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I think it's a very talented team. It's going to be definitely a test for Orlando Pride. Obviously, you have to understand Morgan's going to come out gun ho. She's going to come out swinging. She's a one thing she does good is motivate her team, to rallying up the troops, as they say. But I think we also have, I mean, the Orlando Pride, she left. It's a complete, I mean, I'm talking about 360 degrees different of what it was when she was in the club. So yes, the tunnel may be almost the same, but I think the attitude and the atmosphere is completely different now.
I mean, I think it's also we shouldn't look at them as any different. Like top goal scorers in NWSL so far, Uchenna Kanu, who scored a goal against
Yeah,
us in the Racing Louisville. Number 2, Ali Setner, who we just played against
correct.
and didn't let them score a goal at all. So I think it gives you an idea that these players, I think in the past were like I would have seen the Wave as a top team. I think this year potentially the Wave are not as good as they have been in other years. I think they're maybe where they are now, Luis, a lower half playoff team, like a 7th, 8th, 9th team this year. And I think
Hmm.
we're more of a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of team this year. At
Yeah.
least that's the trend that I'm seeing, and everything can change, but I don't think the Pride are as strong. I'm sorry, the Wave are as strong as they were last year. So there's
Well,
definitely a
they
match that
came.
we can win.
I mean, they came. Their last game they drew against. They tied against Racing Louisville.
Yeah,
They beat Kansas City Current. Beat them 2-1 in March. They beat Gotham in New York.
Current are the best
Um,
team for
yeah,
sure.
and I think Orlando has, when it comes to their schedule, um, a couple of tough games and like 3 really big games, in my opinion. First, you have to take care of the Wave at home, and I think they'll be able to do. I think Orlando is definitely going to be able to do that. I'm full confident that Banda debuting, being her first game. I know there's going to be probably a lot of people in the stands as well, trying to watch Banda. Some of those Zambian, you know, embassy,
Yep, they're going
people,
to be coming.
right? They'll be coming. They'll be there. Sure at the wall. And then Orlando faces Washington. I mean, this is 3 major teams that they're going to face, 3 major contenders for the NWSL Cup, and that will definitely test us as a team. Orlando faces Wave on April 19th, which is Friday. Then the 26th, they fly to Washington. They face the Spirit. The Spirit has always been tough. And then at home, May 1st, against the Courage. So I think if we do really good on those 3 games, I mean, that could definitely cement us as a top 3 team in the NWSL at least.
I think it's hard for us. The fixtures here have not been
Yeah,
kind
it's
by the
crazy.
fact that we're playing number 3 in the table on a Friday, and then on the
Yep,
following Wednesday we're playing number 2 in the table.
yep,
So this is where our strength and depth, Luis, is going to come into play. Like
exactly.
Marta's not going to be able to play 90 minutes that
Correct.
close together back to back. Summer Yates is definitely going to be coming in. I think we've got a lot of good
Ali
talent. Like,
Lemos as well.
right, we're talking about the fact that and I think in every position, really, honestly,
Yeah,
we've got 1
we're
or 2
stacked.
good starters. So I think that will be an advantage for us. And maybe that's not the case on the Carolina and Washington Spirit squads. Maybe it is. I don't know quite enough about them and their depth to say that. But I think from our perspective, hopefully we need a win against the Wave to set us up right. But if we get a win and a draw out of those 2 games, I think that's going to take us above those teams, and we're going to be right next to the Current, unless they, suddenly drop off. But they look like the best team. They've only they drew the first game and won the 3 after that. Poor Racing Louisville, Luis, just sidetracked there. Saying 4 draws. They just can't do anything but draw. Like they were like us. They
I
had
don't
3
see.
draws last week, and that they
John,
had
I
another
think
draw this weekend.
I think it's the press's fault because I don't see him asking the tough questions on the press conferences.
Yeah,
They're not asking the tough questions.
It makes sense.
Why
to
are you
me.
drawing so much? Why are you drawing so much?
Stop drawing. Stop doing it. Let's go on, Luis, to
the
who's
lineup?
available for this game and the lineup. Yeah, quickly availability. We think Hoffa's going to be back based on.
Yeah, I think based on the footage, I could
Based
definitely
on that.
say that she's going
Do
to
you
be
think
back.
she's going to start? I don't know. I think that's questionable. I think she might just be in training, but not ready to start yet. I don't know.
I've not heard. I haven't heard the availability yet.
Depends whether Seb wants to break up his and Kylie Schramm and Emily Sam's partnership soon enough, or whether he wants to keep that a little bit longer.
I think he's going to keep the same. I think he's going to keep the same lineup.
I think so.
I have a feeling that he's going to keep the same. Look, he's going to keep Brianna, Carrie, Emily, and Kylie. I think it's going to be the 4. And then what's going to happen is tactically, it's Kylie's going to come out because more than likely she'll get another yellow, knowing her. And then you put Rafa in, and then you take Brianna and you put Haley. Boom. And then you got your you reinvigorate your back line right there with those 2 coming fresh off the bench. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
I think so. I think there's we can go into the lineup and
we'll go with
lay it out. I think there's some debate over like in a few games from now, like maybe not this game because Barbra probably won't start. But
you think so?
I don't think she'll start in this game. I think they'll bring her off the bench.
Okay.
I would be surprised if she did. Maybe she will.
I think I have a feeling she's gonna start, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it. I'm just so like.
I'm
not used to us throwing our strikers in the deep end immediately. Be like, go start a game. But yeah, maybe. I would love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Who will you have, Luana and the same back, right?
You want to put it up on screen for us? Sorry, we're still looking at the table.
Oh, you still look. Oh crap! Sorry.
You're good. I was like, Luis is filling it out. I can see. The only other one on availability, Luis, is Sophia Manor, which she's MIA. MIA, Sophia. If anybody's seen Sophia, let us know.
Okay, so
I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet from Sophia. I know that she's part of the team. I was advised today by the club that I asked if there was an official statement on Sophia Manor and her status, and she's like, she's in our roster.
See? Perfect.
So
you're asking the tough questions, Luis. You're asking the tough questions. Where is Sophia Manor? That's the tough question.
Where's Sophia Manor? Tough question. Boom. I got an answer saying.
Generally, I want to see her play for us, or I want to know what's up. So
yeah.
Hopefully we'll find out eventually. But I think it's gonna be Morehouse in again, right? That's I'm sure he put in. We've got Emily Sams, Kylie Schramm, Carrie Abello, Brie Martinez. That's your back line. And then in the D mids, I think maybe Luana's going to be back. Do you think? I think Marta gets the start again because she'll be ready to go. I think instead of Summer.
You think she's gonna?
If Luana's back, then I think it'll be Luana and Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my apologies. Morgan.
And then I think Angelina's going to go out to the wing, and it'll be. If Luana's back, it'll be Luana and Morgan. Right?
Yeah.
And then Angelina, I think, will probably take Julie Doyle's spot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Julie, we didn't have the best game last game. And then Adriana on that left wing. and I think Marta will come back. You think Summer's going to start? I think Summer just started because
Look,
Marta was away with international
I
duty.
think because we're at home, I think, and I think it'll be good to see what. Man, look how stacked this is. Man.
Oh my, Luis. Oh my.
Look how beautiful this looks, man. I'm
So
telling
you've
you.
got Luana, Morgan, and D mid. Then you've got
Now,
Marta in the 10,
if
Angelina on one
Luana,
wing.
right, if Luana's back, if not, you could put Angelina and Morgan, and then you put the Julie Doyle on the right,
Man.
and still it's stacked.
I mean, that's the thing.
Or if you want, you put Ali Watt on the right.
You got options. I think this right here. Maybe you bring Hafa in for Kylie if she's ready in the back line. But I think
Right.
that potentially is our best lineup.
Yeah, I think if Rafa,
Angelina's killer on the wing.
right, Angelina has been our best player in my opinion, the most consistent player aside of Summer and Marta, and maybe our back line. I think in the attacking third, I think we've seen Marta, Angelina, and Summer being like the three creators of plays in the attacking third for Orlando Pride.
If anybody in the watching has any other ideas about who you want to see, or whether you think Banda's going to start or not, or
I see Banda starting, man.
Drop your comments. Let us know if you see a different lineup than this. I think that the questions are whether Hafa's back, whether Barbra's going to start, and whether Luana is available again, based on her coming hopefully back from personal leave. So.
Look, number one. Number one. I feel number one. We're playing at home, so just by playing at home, it's our terms. We're not gonna go and be afraid of the wave. I understand they have good players and all that stuff, but you're there to also dominate, and they have the pieces to do so. So why not start with Banda and the unpredictability of Barbra Banda, and then just imagine if Banda Banda and Marta says Banda go. Come on, man! Like the whole NWSL is gonna go crazy, dude.
I mean, if she scores on her debut, Luis, like I said, I'm getting the Banda jersey.
I have a feeling
we don't see many strikers that score in their debut for our Orlando team, so that would be nice.
Not even
that would be nice to see.
El Toro Muriel can get it done, man.
Don't talk to me about Luis Muriel right now. We're having fun with Barbra. And don't put that, don't bring that over here. Barbra scores goals, so we're excited for that. And whether she starts or not, Luis, I just want to see her take the field in purple.
I mean, this to me, if Luana's back, this should be our lineup, in my opinion, against the San Diego Wave. And then what you do is
it's a strong lineup.
You're gonna bring your 1-2 punches, and who are your 1-2 punches? Maybe you take Strom in the second half. You put Rafa. You take Brianna. You put Haley. Boom! Your backline is re-energized, ready to go. You
bring
take
Summer
Marta
on when you're
ready. Take Marta on. You bring Summer on to eat up that mid. Boom. And then you want to take Banda because she already scored a hat trick. Boom. You put Ali Watt. You could put Julie Doyle. Right.
We got a comment here, Luis. Rodolfo Chang says Ali Watt for Banda in the first half. Rodolfo, I'm assuming you mean like Ali to start.
Yeah, Ali to start.
Barbra?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's the safest part, Rodolfo. I think in life we need to.
I think Luis is being really hopeful here, guys. I'm not convinced that Barbara's going to start. I would love it. I just don't. She just landed like yesterday. Well, Sunday.
But she's
That's a whole week, I suppose. She's had a week of training.
Yeah. She already went to public. She tried chicken tender sub.
I doubt she tried a chicken tender sub, but she should. We'll tell her that.
She went
maybe
to
either way,
some cookies.
Either way, I think Ali could definitely start. That would be fine. They're both got a lot of speed, so whoever you bring off the bench is going to cause problems. We're stacked, man. We're a stacked team. Look at this.
Woo. Yeah, and then if Luana's not here, then it'll be Angelina here, and then probably Julie Doyle, and then Ali Watt up top, like Rodolfo said.
I think Adriana looked really good at moments last game on her left side, cutting in on that right foot. And I
Yep.
think Angelina can go anywhere in the mid and
Correct.
perform. And if
Yep.
Luana's back, I like her absorbing up the midfield because that frees Angelina up. So for me, right here, this is a killer starting 11.
Now
And
you
I
have to
think
understand. Look, we have, like, if you look at this, we have four
this is a lot
starters.
of this is a lot of Brazil at
We have
once.
4 starters in the Brazilian national team.
Well, we need Rafa to make it 5.
Right.
Then we got
We
5
have
Brazil at one
right.
time. Yeah.
Exactly. And we have one of the top scorers in Africa. Banda. Boom.
Comment from Rodolfo. He says, "Why is Celia not chosen? With her experience, she should be calmer than Brianna." Louise, shoot.
I think Brianna, I mean, not to say, I mean, I think Celia's kind of like Kyle Smith in a way. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. She's rough housing. She's a very good defensive, but when you're playing against a dynamic attacking third, like a player like, like Alex Morgan, you need that speed. You need to be faster than her. So I think that's probably why. I mean, she's a great sub to have because eventually she can definitely make an impact. But right now on the center back position, I think we're stacked. I mean, look, we have Carrie Lawrence, we have Kylie Strom, we have Rafa. So, and then having your backs playing also center back, it's great for Seb. Seb has a lot of options.
I
But
do think Celia is a good player and is very
she's a
experienced.
good player.
But I think that Bree has been playing so well as well. I think that she's killing it at that right back spot. Like Brianna's kind of taking it from Haley a little bit. I'm not gonna say that's for sure, but we've seen her
It could also be a tactical. It could be also a tactical move.
Right. It's a move to say Haley's more of an aggressive right back. Like I want to keep her and use her as a, like you said, Louise. So, but I think also Brianna is holding it down defensively. Like she's doing a great job. Like last game, it was a lot of Brianna like keeping setting her quiet. So impressive to see. Luis, we've got 98 people watching.
Actually,
on X right
it's
now,
insane.
So.
102 people on X and about 5 people on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
I want to say, please come join us after the game on X Spaces. We do something called Pride Talks, where hopefully you guys could join in. We'll basically just recap our initial thoughts on the game, but it's a space for you, the Pride fans, to join in and call in and give your comments. If you just want to comment, or if you want to request a talk, you can come on and talk and tell us your thoughts on the game and what you thought. And hopefully we can talk about a Barbra Banda hat trick, Luis. That would be a hell of a way to do a Pride Talks this weekend.
I have a feeling. Look, just like the Black Eyed Peas, I have a feeling. You're right.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
I know. Friday's gonna be a good night for sure, and I feel Banda may score a couple.
The Banda-Wagon will be in full force.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get my Zambia hat. If anybody on the Pride knows I can get a Zambia hat, that'd be fantastic.
I love it. Luis, for you, we did the lineup. Now let's talk score predictions. I think, actually, no, I'll let you go first, and then I'll give you mine.
3-0 Orlando win.
Is that a Barbra hat trick as well?
No, I'll say she scored maybe 1, but I think the other 2 are going to be from maybe our wingers, maybe Angelina. Right? But I think Orlando defensively and offensively are doing pretty well. So I have no doubt that it's a chance for Orlando Pride to close a chapter with Alex Morgan and just put it in the shelf and then forget about it, and then just move on to what the new Pride is all about, which I like 30 times better than whatever I've seen when she was here. So I think every single player is going to be very motivated to start and to score and to attack, and be very physical. like they've been. So I think this is a game that they're gonna probably score a couple more goals.
I think I'm gonna go 2-0.
There you go.
I think 3 is great, but I
Banda-Wagon.
was saying that they're gonna score a goal. So part of me wants to go 2-1, but that might mean that a certain person scores a goal, and I don't even want to put that out there in the universe. So I'm gonna say 2-0, and old baby horse looks really sad while Barbara gets us the winning goal in the 80th minute or something. And Marcha gets the other one because Marcha just doesn't not score at the moment. I think it's just something's gonna happen, and Marcha's gonna have a chance and bury it. She's just on form right now.
All right, let's read some comments real quick because I just saw it. My apologies. Some Instagram comments right here.
Oh, great. About the lineup?
So both have bright futures. Kim Scott, Astra Pride, Jaden Shaw is the one to handle. Germa
Yep.
may still be out with injury, says Kim Scott. So that's great for us. Kill
Yes, it
Adrian,
is.
another stream with the heavy hitters, 100%. Keep up the great work, young soldiers. Thank you so much, Kill Adrian. Astra Pride, stop. It's a good outside back. There you go. Oh, Strom. Lara Ket score on hers. Strom is an outside back. She's only been a center back with the injuries. You guys need Astra Pride on your show. She knows everything about the Pride. Well, come on in. Like what is it? The Price is Right. Come on in, right?
Come on down.
Come on down. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
On Kylie Strom, that comment, I agree that like she has obviously been she's being turned into a center back. I don't know if that's necessarily because of the injuries, maybe, but I'm also thinking that she might just be at that point in her career where Seb thinks she'll be a better center back than a left back.
So
Do you think that? I think that she's always been more defensive, so maybe she just suits being a center back more, and we'll continue to see her used in that position. I don't
I
know.
think if ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I think right now, if Rafa just came from tough injury, and just let her heal up
She's
completely,
been doing
and
good, man. She got an
yeah,
8.0 last game.
like if she did great. She did an 8.0 in self score as well. So
Yeah.
it's tough to get that. Not even Kunde gets that thing, so it's pretty crazy. So Kim Scott says, like the effort, but you need to know the Pride team facts better. Sorry.
Oh,
My
sorry,
apologies.
Kim.
Sorry,
We do
Kim.
try. I mean, Luis does
try.
go to all the games and write about it, and I do watch all the games as well.
Yeah,
So
sorry, Kim.
that's okay.
It's
We're not
okay.
for everybody. That's all right.
No, but Kim, I think Kim is saying because we need to get Astra Pride on the show. It's just everything about the
Oh,
Pride. And then Astra
got
Pride
it.
replies right here. It says, "These guys are fine. Where would I get my Pride content?" And then she laughs. So yeah, no, I
Hey,
appreciate you guys. I mean, any of the constructive criticism you guys can give us. We don't know it all, guys. So we're always willing to
I've got a
improve and
lot
know
of
more.
gaps in my NWSL knowledge, Luis,
Yeah.
and my Pride knowledge too, and I will happily admit that. But I think it's good that we're doing this because, like just said, there's not a lot of Pride content out there. So
It's from the heart, you know what I mean? I know it sounds a little cliche, but I mean for us it's from the heart. I mean, if we're gonna get all technical, and the XG and the XF and the XG, it's gonna I'm gonna it's kind of like that meme when when you see aliens and then your hair gets all up, like wow, that would be weird, right? So but other than that, I mean, yeah, any constructive criticism, yeah, we'll
for
appreciate it.
sure, and
Now,
we're always, like we've said several times, we're looking for hosts
yeah,
that want
anybody,
to,
if
if
Asper
you
wants
want
to
to.
come, I'm happy.
And especially on Pride Talks,
Yeah,
that's for you guys. So please, we want to hear from you. You know more or less than us. We don't mind. We're not here to judge. We just want to hear your opinions on the Pride. We know there's a whole community of Pride fans out there, and we want to create a space where everybody feels comfortable to talk and discuss things and just have a community. I think we don't
yeah,
have that for the Pride really as much as we do for Orlando City, and we're trying to drive that. And like we said many times, where we're really trying to put a lot of effort into the Orlando Pride because we feel like it's a great organization and we feel they deserve it. And the team right now, Luis, is
Yeah, the team
hotter,
is
exciting than ever. So this is great that we're doing this and we can have some synergy with the team lighting it up.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, they're doing a lot of positive things for the community, and I believe in the bigger picture. And I mean, since it was a blessing for me to start covering the team in the first place. So, it was my first time diving into, women's sports as a journalist. And I really like impacted me in a very positive way, to the point that now my daughter is like, she wants to come to a game. She's like, hey, let's go see, what game are you watching? It's like, oh, the Pride. And it's like, oh, so I show her go to the website, show her the players. She's 6, so she's like, getting it, right? And so I'm kind of telling her, that soccer is global. There's no distinction. And as someone that likes to communicate and also do this, I firmly believe in this. So, and I see the Pride that they're making such great impact in the community that they deserve to have their own light on their own, for sure. And I'm just happy that you, John, are able to also allow and help us out on here, putting this together as well.
And I want to say, any of our fans or any of the Orlando City fans or anybody who maybe is just watching because you watch us for the City Pod and you thought you'd throw on the Orlando Pride one, please come on Friday. There's no City game at home this weekend. You could come Friday night, 8:00 to the Pride. It's like $10, like what is it, like $14-15 to get a seat in the wall or something.
You can get
a seat on the other side for the same price. Like, it's a really fun atmosphere. I think the team is exciting. The games are exciting.
With these new signings as well.
It has that kind of smaller club vibe a little bit about it. Not that it is a small club, but you're able to kind of enjoy the concourse, walk around casually, go get your hot dog without waiting in a long line like you might do at a City game. I just think the vibes are good. There's good family vibes. It's very enjoyable. I really enjoy some of the season ticket holders that I've managed to sit around, that I get the passion there is real. And I think that the more people we can get there, the more it will grow. And the better the team does this year, the more exciting it is. But especially this game on Friday, because Barbara's going to come there, because it's a big deal. It's a big reveal for her. So if we can pack out that stadium on Friday night, if we can get, our best attendance of the year, 7,000-8,000, Luis. I mean, it's a shame to say that that's what we're pushing at, but this team deserves more. I think this team deserves to get, the whole stadium fill, hopefully at one point in the future. But for right now, I wish there was more fans in the stadium to see this team, because they're exciting to watch.
I mean, right now, as the season progresses, again, and I mention it again, I know it's probably, people are going to say, Luis, you're smoking. What are you smoking, Luis? What are you smoking? Pass it on. But I will say, I have a feeling with all these exciting moves that the Pride is doing, with the sense of community that they're building as a club, just like Orlando City. I mean, I think they're gonna make strides to get that cup. And imagine if you got the Pride going into the NWSL final. Don't tell me that stadium is not gonna be packed. That stadium is gonna be packed. I know for a fact. So, and it needs to stay that way, right? So, it'll be amazing to be also part of that. And I think that's the end goal of all these moves that the club is making. So they're making strides for something greater than themselves, and that's fantastic. So I'm all 100% on that as well. So I do want to say though, come on Friday, support the Pride. Don't wear pink, wear purple. I know Astra Pride was saying that on Instagram as well, right? Just go ahead and support the Pride. Let's support the other team.
I have to not shout things to Alex Morgan when there's several children around me wearing Alex Morgan jerseys. I feel bad, even though
Well,
I
we keep it
want
professional.
to. Yeah, I gotta keep it a little bit, even though I would like to shout things at her. So I'll keep it cool, Luis, even
If you
though
score for us, if she
she's
celebrates,
coming
are you
into
gonna get
town.
mad?
No, I'll walk out. I can't. Don't even go there. It's not happening. She's coming and she's going home with Bupkis. She's getting nothing.
There
All
you
right.
go.
That's what I want to see. A big zilch for Alex Morgan. Thank you to everybody who has been watching tonight, following
Fantastic.
along. Do we have any comments, Luis, left to read out before
Well,
we
it
head
says
out of
here,
here?
thank you so much, Rodolfo. We got some Instagram comments. Thank you so much, says Kim Scott. Thank you guys. Keep it going and we'll all progress together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.
Astra Prey, yes, please. 2 for $22. There you go. Two for $22. Support the pride. People are going to show out for Alex Morgan. We need purple, not pink. There you go. I already said that. Thank you, Astra. Okay, you just won me over, guys, says Kim Scott. No, thank you, Kim. Appreciate your support, and we're here to be better. We don't know everything about the sport, so we always look for improvement. So we're not perfect. So
No, we're
yeah,
not. And we try to be,
I'm not trying to be an insider.
knowledgeable, but also we don't know everything, and we're here, and that's why we want you guys in the comments, and we want you to help and contribute and help us fill in the gaps. But as we continue to do this, Luis, next year's
better.
version of the Pride Pod will get better, and it'll
Make
get
it better.
and we'll continue to grow. So just like the team is growing,
Yeah, maybe we get
the
Barbra
LP
Banda.
iPod is growing as well. So we're gluing still. We're gelling.
We're gluing.
Still.
We're gluing.
Yeah. We're gluing.
We're gelling.
Let us glue a little longer, guys. And we'll sort it out for you. Thank you so much to everybody who listened. If you're listening later on Spotify or Apple, please give us a like and a follow or a 5-star rating. You can find us on social media on X. We're at LPO_podcast. It's also the same on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook, and
you can also
YouTube.
find us on Facebook as Loud and Proud Orlando. You can find Luis at Pineda_ORL. You can find me as John Rollins OCSC. Thursday, we're going to have another City Pod to preview their game this weekend.
Against Montreal.
Go and listen to the pod we did yesterday.
Silverfoot.
Looking back at the DC game that we won this weekend for Orlando City. And the only thing left to say, Luis, is Vamos Pride.
Vamos Pride. Take care, guys.
Oh,
thank you.
And everybody on the Banda-Wagon, too. That's the other thing. Vamos Pride. Get on the Banda-Wagon. Yeah.